All right, let's talk about something we all notice but rarely break down properly: how the rich stay rich. Because, let's be honest, while most people are out here grinding paycheck to paycheck, the wealthy seem to have cracked some secret code that keeps their money growing like a well fed houseplant. But here's the thing: it's not really a secret. They just play the game differently. And by differently, I mean smarter, more calculated, and with an understanding that wealth isn't about just making money, it's about keeping it, growing it, and passing it on. So today we're diving into the playbook of the financially elite. We're talking timeless money wisdom from The Richest Man in Babylon, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and The Millionaire Next Door. If you want to move from financial struggle to stability, from working for money to making money work for you, then pay attention, because the rich aren't just lucky. They make very specific choices that keep them ahead. The wealth mindset: pay yourself first and make money work for you. Rule number one from The Richest Man in Babylon: pay yourself first. Sounds simple, but most people do the exact opposite. The moment they get paid, they start giving their money away to bills, to subscriptions, to overpriced coffee. The rich, they skim off the top for themselves first. This doesn't mean blowing money on nonsense. It means setting aside at least 10 to 20% of everything you earn before touching a dime of it. Think of it as buying your financial freedom one paycheck at a time. You're not working just to survive. You're working to build something bigger. But the wealthy don't stop at saving. They invest. Robert Kiyosaki hammers this home in Rich Dad Poor Dad. The goal isn't just to earn, it's to own. Assets equals things that put money in your pocket. Liabilities equal things that take money out. The average person fills their life with liabilities: fancy cars, high-interest loans, and whatever the latest expensive gadget is. The wealthy? They buy things that pay them back: real estate, stocks, businesses. A good example: passive income. When money works for you, you don't have to work as hard. Dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, and well-placed investments create cash flow that keeps growing, even when you sleep. But here's the catch: it takes discipline and patience. And that's why most people don't do it. Controlling lifestyle and understanding the power of ownership. Ever notice how when most people start making more money, they immediately start spending more? New job, new car, bigger paycheck, fancier apartment. This is lifestyle inflation, and it's the silent killer of wealth. The Millionaire Next Door found that most real millionaires live below their means. They drive practical cars, live in modest homes, and avoid unnecessary debt. Why? Because real wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about actually being rich. Look at Warren Buffett. Despite being one of the wealthiest people in the world, he still lives in the same house he bought in the 1950s. Why? Because he understands that financial security is about long-term thinking, not short-term gratification. The truly wealthy know that long-term financial security comes from ownership. They don't rely on a paycheck alone. They own businesses, properties, and investments that appreciate over time. The average person works for money. The rich make money work for them. And here's where it gets interesting. Most people don't even consider ownership an option. They've been conditioned to think a paycheck is the only way. But the rich know better. They invest in assets that produce income while they sleep, setting themselves up for true financial independence. Real estate, for instance, has been a wealth-building vehicle for centuries. While property values fluctuate, long-term ownership builds equity and generates rental income. Those who understand this principle accumulate wealth far faster than those who rely solely on earned income. Taxes, debt, and teaching wealth for generations. One of the biggest reasons the rich stay rich? They understand taxes and debt in a way most people don't. Most people fear debt. The rich, they use it strategically. They take on good debt, loans for investments that appreciate in value, like rental properties or businesses. Meanwhile, they avoid bad debt: high-interest credit cards, car loans, and other money-draining liabilities. Example? Consider two people. One finances a $50,000 car, while another uses that same $50,000 to put a down payment on a rental property. The first person has a depreciating asset. The second person has an appreciating one, that also provides monthly income. One gets poorer, the other richer. And then there are taxes. While the average person just accepts whatever they're charged, the wealthy find ways to legally minimize their tax burden. Business deductions, real estate tax benefits, and investing in tax-advantaged accounts. It's not about cheating the system. It's about understanding it and playing by the same rules the rich do. The average person works a job, gets taxed, and then spends whatever's left. The wealthy set up businesses, which allow them to spend first, deduct expenses, and pay taxes on what remains. That's why business ownership is such a powerful wealth-building tool. But wealth isn't just about making smart financial decisions. It's also about passing down knowledge. The rich don't just think about money for themselves, they think generationally. They teach their kids financial literacy. They pass down businesses. They ensure the next generation starts ahead, instead of from scratch. Meanwhile, most people don't talk about money at all. They let their kids figure it out the hard way, after years of bad financial habits. If you want to create lasting wealth, you have to think beyond yourself. Teach your family. Pass down knowledge. Because wealth isn't just about dollars, it's about mindset. The power of networking and relationships. The wealthiest people in the world understand something that many overlook. Success isn't just about individual effort. It's about surrounding yourself with the right people. A strong network of like-minded, ambitious individuals opens doors that money alone never could. Networking isn't just about attending events and shaking hands. It's about positioning yourself in circles where valuable information flows, where deals happen before they're publicly known, and where the people around you elevate your mindset and financial intelligence. The rich actively seek out mentors, advisors, and business partners who challenge them and help them grow. The strategic power of who you know. Wealthy individuals don't just meet people at random. They seek out connections that align with their goals. They join elite mastermind groups, sit on corporate boards, and build relationships that lead to lucrative business opportunities. Every major financial success story has an element of strategic relationship building behind it. Take venture capitalists and entrepreneurs, for example. Rarely do billion-dollar businesses emerge in isolation. Founders get backing from investors, who were introduced to them by other well-connected figures. It's a cycle of opportunity, fueled by access to the right people. The average person applies for jobs through online portals. The wealthy get hired through introductions and personal recommendations. Social capital is financial capital. The key? They don't just network for the sake of it. They build genuine, value-based relationships. They understand that trust and credibility are just as valuable as financial capital. They give before they take. They offer insights, connect others, and contribute meaningfully to their circles. In turn, opportunities naturally come their way. Billionaire investor Warren Buffett often credits his early success to the people he learned from. His mentor, Benjamin Graham, taught him the fundamentals of value investing, a strategy that helped Buffett build his fortune. Without that relationship, history could have looked very different. The importance of proximity. Have you ever heard the phrase, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with"? It's true. The rich know that the company they keep shapes their habits, thinking, and financial behaviors. That's why they place themselves in environments that force them to level up. If you want to build wealth, you need to be around people who are doing the same. This doesn't mean ditching your old friends, but it does mean actively expanding your circle. Attend industry events, join professional groups, seek mentorship, and create meaningful connections with people who have achieved what you aspire to. How to build a high-value network. Give first. People respond best to those who bring value. Before asking for favors, offer assistance, insights, or connections to others. Build goodwill. Seek mentors. Find people who have already succeeded in what you want to do. Their advice and experience are invaluable. Be selective. Not all networking is equal. Focus on relationships that align with your vision and goals. Be consistent. Relationships take time. Stay in touch, follow up, and nurture connections over the long term. At the end of the day, your network determines your net worth. The wealthiest people aren't just rich in money, they're rich in relationships that keep them ahead of the game. So, there you have it, how the rich stay rich. No lottery wins, no magic tricks, just smart, strategic money moves repeated over time. Pay yourself first, make money work for you. Control your lifestyle, own assets, understand taxes and debt, build a powerful network, and pass the knowledge down. At the end of the day, wealth isn't about luck, it's about choices. The question is, are you making the ones that keep you rich or keep you stuck?